Well, listen, Damien, first of all, your first experience of a Cardiff City ladies game and soon to be Gwalia United, how was it for you?
Oh, it was an absolutely incredible experience. Today has just been sensational. The crowd turned out in force, and just to see the girls in action, first game, first actual experience for me, just to see it's real, to see the impact that we've had since we've taken over the clubs, see the communities, the schools, the kids sort of galvanise around the team. It's just incredibly exciting, and just very excited to see where we go from here, because it's only onwards and upwards, and like the performance they put in today on the pitch, I couldn't be like any prouder of what they did out there. So very excited.
I think you could see the disappointment on their faces at the end, but the roar when the goal went in from the young girls here and the crowd that were watching, that was huge.
Oh, you kind of wish the players could be in the stands and actually see the looks on people's faces, to see them celebrate so passionately. Yeah, when the goal went in, it was just sensational. Like it's what we're here for. It's like why we're bringing the community together is for moments like that. And I don't think a lot of these fans or the players will forget that moment where the goal went in. So incredible.
Has it surprised you a little bit, the sort of the excitement among the fans and the girls that are here?
It surprised me how big of an impact in such a short amount of time we've been able to have. So obviously when we first took the club over, the first game we lost 9-0 to Portsmouth, and you're starting to think, okay, well, we've got a lot of work to do. But very quickly we put a lot of changes in place. We knew we had to get sort of a minimum viable infrastructure around the club. And we put a lot of focus into, making the easy, quick changes that we could make, and just to see the impact that that's already having, especially on the game today in comparison, it's just been sensational. And it's, only a short amount of time has passed. Like, we've still got, so many things that we want to do and achieve with this club, and that's all coming in the future. So to be able to sort of be delivering like we did today, from a performance perspective, from a fans perspective, like this crowd today, I think is got to be one of the biggest by 4x that we've brought all season. So just to keep building on that, keep getting the community around the club. Yeah, very exciting times.
So obviously Gwalia United has been born this weekend, and tell us a little bit about that rebrand and why it's important.
I think it's incredibly important. I think we recognise and appreciate the heritage of the club, but this is the only Welsh team in the English women's football system. So the idea is, let's give something for the Welsh nation to be proud of in the women's sport. Let's get girls and up and coming players taking notice of Gwalia United. We want the whole of Wales as a nation to be able to galvanise around this club, not tied to a specific city or county. We want this to be the whole of Wales getting behind the club. So exciting future. It gives us the foundation now to really continue the next phase of growth, get around this brand, and start looking at how do we build this into a WSL team and make sure that we can achieve that dream and vision that we have for the club.
And is that the dream, to get this club into WSL?
Absolutely. This number one goal is let's get a Welsh national kind of representative in the WSL, and let's get the whole country behind this club, and let's get get Gwalia United versus Manchester United. Let's go to Old Trafford and give them a game. So yeah, that's definitely the goal for us.
And is Newport going to be your home? Is this stadium going to be your home, or what's the sort of situation?
Yeah, the plans at the moment is we like the ground. It's a massive upgrade on where we were playing before, and when we took over the club. So at the moment, the goal is to fill this and then see where we go from here. I think it holds 5,000-6,000 if you put some temporary stands at the end. So we start building that groundswell of support. We start getting the community more and more into what we're doing. We start delivering performances on the pitch into next season. We'll take it from there. But yeah, at the moment, it's try and fill this ground.
We can always tell by the accents, the Australian accent. So what's driven you? What's made you want to be here with Cardiff City ladies, soon to be Gwalia United?
I mean, so many things drew me to Cardiff City ladies in the first place, but like ultimately I have two daughters myself. We had the Women's World Cup in Australia last year, and and that was sort of coincidental timing with Julian saying, you know, there's this opportunity with Cardiff City Ladies. He explained independently run, so that was a big draw card for me, not being affiliated with the men's club, but also this clean slate to build the sustainable business around the club. That's, you know, being a businessman myself, that's like something I'm passionate about helping to create for the sport, because there are a lot of poor financial practices in the sport of football, and with Cardiff City Ladies and soon to be Gwalia United, like we have this opportunity to build a new playbook, like reimagine what a financial playbook looks like for a sports team. But you know, the opportunity we have to create this Welsh national brand and identity around the club, another big draw card for me. So when Julian, you know, came to me, I was like, it's an absolute no-brainer for me. Like, this is something I'm incredibly passionate about, helping to grow the women's game of football. I nearly said soccer then. It was the Australian coming out of me. I'll say soccer, it's a sport of soccer, but also being able to actually influence and become a role model for other clubs as to, you know, how can you run a successful business? It shouldn't be success at any cost or all costs. Like, you still, at the end of the day, this club is going to outlive everyone here. So we want to make sure that it sticks around in the future. It has a sustainable business model, and yeah, it can live on for many, many years.
Well, one wish for 12 months' time is your final question. For 12 months' time, we're standing here doing another interview. Where is the club and what does it look like?
For me, promotion is the obvious one. Like, how do we move up to the next phase? How do we continue to evolve and grow on what we have? And I think this sort of back half of this season, we've actually started to see what we can deliver. And if we can maintain that momentum and maintain the performance, you know, have a strong pre-season, I think, you know, we're going to be a real chance for promotion. But then it's, you know, helping to grow the Gwalia United brand, increasing. I think we had over 1,000 here today. So how do we get 2,000? How do we get the next 1,000 after that and the next 1,000 after that? So yeah, but for me, 12 months time, we'll be close to celebrating promotion.
Hit with champagne.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. That's great for me, mate.
Appreciate it.